Alright, hold on. I'm sorry, everyone. My headphone. There we go. Now it should be right. My headphone not stopped working, but it has two options, and it didn't like one of them.
My guess is we've just gone live.
Yes.
Hi, mates. Welcome to
Live.
Sunset Rummin. It's Monday again, but it's Monday again. So, cheers.
Hold on. All four-legged critters, down, off the ship.
Bonds is being beset by her canine companions. Just utterly and completely beset.
Magdalene, down. Down.
So you may catch a glimpse of a tail or an ear or a nose here or there, and it's not one of us. It's actually her puppy.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Well,
Not always.
Nose, tail, you know how it is. Occasionally, or it's 9.
Yes, it is 9. 9 is back. I keep meaning to give Dakar the code to 9, and I keep forgetting. 9 is a good little 9. What? Cat?
Well, she is.
there goes.
I mean, cat and cats, and she's right here, right? I'm
Yes.
it right. Yeah, I know.
So, as we all know, today is a completely unremarkable day and nothing important about today whatsoever other than drinking.
Redlegs.
I mean,
Right?
that's wrong on a number of
No.
accounts. First of all, we've just covered it's Monday.
Right. Unremarkable Monday.
Non-remarkable Monday where we get to drink.
I mean, it's called Monday because it's mundane. That's where I got the
You
name
are
Monday
right.
from, is mundane.
You have got to be right about that. It could have no other etymology because nothing else makes as much sense as that.
But
Exactly.
I thought it was Monday because you got money on Monday.
I never
wish
know.
that were
Oh, that's
true.
Friday. That's payday.
That's payday. You know, it's really
Which, by
funny
the
that
way,
when we go
as-
look
as
for
you-
treasure, don't we often find it on a Friday?
Aye.
I was going to say,
Sorry.
but payday is a very good candy bar.
I
Don't
don't
buy them
like
on
it.
Fridays.
Right.
If anyone's curious, because I had to look it up, the actual etymology
I need
of
to know.
Etymology.
Monday,
Etymology.
etymology of Monday is that it's the moon's day.
Oh, it's
I
the day
love
we drop our
that.
pants
So,
and we show everybody our backside.
Oh, we
The
do
moon
not.
is there. The moon is there every day, so I'm confused by that.
Well, it's the second day of the week that's devoted to worshiping the goddess of the moon.
So
So
isn't it called
Sunday was
Artemis
the
Day?
god, huh?
That's confusing.
But it's the second day of the week.
Speaking of puppers,
It is the second day, not the first.
mean,
And
I
apparently,
Right.
I worship the moon every day of the week, so I'm in love with the moon.
and
like
apparently,
werewolf.
it
girls,
doesn't hurt my eyes like the sun.
Are you part- oh, wait a minute. Are you a werecat?
What? Am I a werecat?
Well, you're not
Nessa
a
was saying
werewolf.
something.
I guess you
I'm
could be
not-
a werefox, but you're a cat.
Aware of everything. I'm aware of all of it. Nessa, you were saying.
traditionally in old Britain, girls that were born on Monday were named Mona in tribute to the moon.
All of them? I guess
I don't know
would
if all of
that
them,
babies
but-
were born on Mondays.
But like many, it's like a old English tradition apparently. I don't know. I'm just telling you what.
Well, thank goodness I was born
Google.
on a Sunday then.
I don't know what day I was born on.
Then
I
before you
mean-
get named Anne.
I mean, let's be honest. If we had a lot of Monday births named Mona, that's fine. But how many of them survive to adulthood where it's really a problem?
I mean, when you get all morbid like that.
You know, yeah, true enough. Do you know what child you are, Redlegs? I'd be curious to know. Do you know which day? I think I'm a Wednesday's child.
I believe I'm a Saturdays, but I don't know for sure.
There's a song about you.
Yes!
Saturday's child. She drives me wild. Sorry, I just felt like a monkey for a moment.
There's actually little sayings about every child that's born. Like,
I don't know
don't
the whole
think-
poem, but I wanted to
Don't
know,
forget
which is
Solomon
why I...
Grundy.
can Nessa, our resident encyclopedia, look that up?
What am I looking up? I was born on a Friday.
So there's like a poem that's like Sunday's child is blank blank blank, Monday's
Grace.
child blah blah blah.
Right.
Full of woe. That's the one who drives. That's the one who drives the horses.
I got it. All
He's
right.
full of,
Okay.
whoa! 'Cause, you know.
Go, Nessa.
Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for their living. And the child that was born on the Sabbath day is fair and wise and good in every way. This is very biased to specific days. Wednesday is full of woe.
I like Sunday.
Thursday has far to
Now I have to
go.
look. Now I have to look.
Sit. Stay.
I'm loving
still
and
little
giving,
dog.
and we both know that's not true.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have a relatively
Delaney
pretty
is a
face,
Friday, too.
and I'm kind of wise.
Mine was a Friday. I am a Friday's child. All right then.
There's like different ones for Sundays.
Yeah,
Looks
Sunday.
like
Lots of work
Sunday
to do.
changes.
Well, because Sunday is a fickle day.
The other one that I found is born on a Sunday is fair, wise, good, and gay.
Well, there we have it.
I mean, like in the traditional sense of the word gay, I would assume. I don't think everyone that's born
Because
on
gonna say, is there a little bit of
I
that on
will say
Fridays?
that my birthday is also the anniversary of the Bay of Pigs.
Really?
Yes. And
That's
as we all know, that was not a good day.
no, but auspicious.
Yes.
Interesting.
So
Very interesting. Mine was
there
actually-
is something else important happening today.
Wait, hold on. Now
I
we need
can't
to
think
know
of it.
what else
Oh,
happened on people's
we're drinking.
birthdays.
No, more important than drinking Redlegs.
What's more important than drinking?
Lady Delaney would like us to look at more tragic events that happened on her birthday. Well, don't tell us what your
Look,
birthday is.
look.
You have to look
Fog in me bottle. Fog in me bottle.
What from? Just the carbonation?
Because I popped it.
I still have to stop drinking this like juice because it's juice, but it's got rum in it. So
I have no fun days or fun things on my birthday. That's
not a
sad.
one.
Not a one.
Because everybody knows how much fun the Bay of Pigs was.
I mean, all right. I have nothing notable on my birthday.
Nothing interesting. I understand. Understood.
I mean, I
share
could look
my-
up tragic events.
Rum is the
There
best
we go.
juice. And for that, I give you 5 rum sharks of applause. For yes, rum is rum juice is the best juice.
I share my birthday with someone famous. Not the year, but the day itself.
All right.
John
Bill?
Lennon. John
Oh,
Lennon.
yes, I knew that about you.
My birthday
that was
is
a
also
fella
my in-laws'
who liked-
anniversary.
Who was very passionate about vegetables.
Yes. Let it peas, let it peas, let it peas.
Yeah, give peas a chance.
That too.
Yeah.
Chance for sure. Nessa,
Yes.
you were saying
Oh.
talk at the same time and at no other times.
My birthday is also my in-laws' anniversary and my nephew's birthday and potentially my new nephew's birthday.
Those are all
Ooh,
very
wow.
close, to home, but it's still real nice, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't mind sharing my birthday anymore. I didn't
think-
like it when I was younger.
I don't like sharing mine because I like pretending I'm the only person in the world what was born on Halloween.
You mean you aren't?
Not by a long shot, no. But I think in present company I'm gonna polish my award and say I win. I think I beat a Bay of Pigs. I think it's nice though to have a birthday what's just your day. I was complaining the other day actually because there was something floating around that vast ocean of the internet that was telling you what day it is on 365 days a year. This day is National Clean Your Gums Day, like everything, yeah. And lady thinks I'm pretty. All right, I'll take it. Sorry. So I, being born on Halloween, Samhain, I was like, it's not fun for me to look at those because I know what mine is. In fact, it's actually National Carve a Pumpkin Day. But it's actually kind of a bit late for that by the time you actually land on Halloween, so that's weird. But some of them are really fun. And the captain's birthday lands on National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
Ooh, nice. I wonder what.
now you've got to find the list and find some different ones. I found out an ex-lad of mine was born on Write Your Epitaph Day.
Mine is National Pink Day or National Pecan Sandy Day.
Ooh. What is October 9th, Nessie?
It's Nessa! There, I did it for you. You were busy.
Well, I think we all know what April 15th is.
Oh, no. I don't like that laugh. I don't like that laugh.
Hey, that's all. Don't worry about it.
It's National Moldy Cheese Day.
Yes, I know that.
That's so fun, though. Wait, could you? What about the moldy cheese man? Wasn't there a book, a children's book?
There was the moldy cheese man.
Cheese man.
Yes.
It's also apparently Leif Erikson Day, but I mostly care about the moldy cheese day.
And I prefer to go with the Leif Erikson version of the day.
Right. Well,
Lady, thank you.
I'll tell you it's birthday now.
That's not even my most intense laugh. It was close, but it didn't get the squeaking going on. If I squeak, it's a bad time, especially for this microphone. Oh, I was not expecting just a big thing of moldy cheese to show up in images.
Oh,
Isn't that what brie is, though?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't eat brie, so
I do.
Moldy. It's stinky, but it ain't moldy.
Oh, it's good.
It's
But
like
it's good.
like
Wait,
blue cheese.
blue cheese is mold, right?
Yep.
I
Special kind, yeah. It's like, how do you know if it's gone bad? Because that's the way it's supposed to be. It's like yogurt. How do you know when yogurt's gone bad? It's,
it
that's what it's
smells.
supposed to be.
Changes, because otherwise I don't know. But this is the first time we haven't had Mercy on stream in a real long time, and she can't tell us about cheeses.
Darn.
We need our ship's cook in order to tell us things about food. And then we can say more things about eating meat and disappoint our poor vegetarian cook.
Brie has a rind that is made up of mold.
Yes.
However, the cheese is not mold.
I like it. I
like the rind. The rind tastes good.
Because it's real bitter.
Yeah.
So when you're a kid, maybe it's not as good as the creamy inside, but now I love it. It's great with any good cracker. Ahoy, Kadojo! Welcome back to Monday.
You know what? I'll have that on hardtack.
Probably make the hardtack edible. Not for me though.
Not for no cheeses for Nessa.
No, not no cheeses, just not most cheeses.
Not most cheeses for Nessa.
If it's mozzarella, I'm happy. If it's the Mexican cheese blend, I'm happy. And if it's cream cheese, I'm happy.
All right.
I'm being attacked.
And that's about
And
it.
if it's a cheesecake, she's happy.
Oh, I love cheesecake.
See.
Hello, it's the rat dog. We love you, Lou.
She's missed
So
you guys.
We have 9 here, but we have Lulu there, and she's like for real. Except maybe she's a ghost, because there's a little ghost dog going on there.
Yes, she keeps disappearing. Goodbye. Time to disappear.
It's okay, Bones. Parts of you keep disappearing as well.
I know. It's because I have a disconnect right now. So I'm kind of floating between the ether.
I tend to do that on occasion as well. I've only just learned to become part of the ship, part of the crew.
There we go. She has a thing where poor Rocky, he did not sign up for daily baths from Chihuahua. He did not.
Oh.
So when it started
Can we see Lulu? What's Rocky?
Rocky's the boxer. He's the big.
Yes, just explain to the chat.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
That's his one.
Hold on. So when it started like a month and a half ago, he used to like fight it and squirm. Now you would think an 80-pound. Sorry, that was me, mom. That was me, mom.
She does that.
She does that. I told you, I'm having a disappearing day. I'm having a disconnect. So yes, he gets daily face baths from Lulu now, whether he likes it or not.
Lady Delaney says boxers are so amazing, so derpy.
Yes, he is. He is a big derp. We say he looks like James Earl Jones. He gives this look where he looks like a disappointed James Earl Jones.
Aww.
I just heard the head shake.
There's, yeah.
Yeah, that's an unmistakable noise. Oh my goodness! So many ghost dogs.
Kisses, lots of kisses. But he is okay. You two go down. You're gonna go down on the floor. He is 8, and no, that's my sock. Bring it back.
You only got one sock now.
He was always a single child, and now he has 2 sisters. And Lulu has taught him how to play at 8 years old. So they will play, and he's amazingly gentle with her. But something that he has picked up for some reason is my socks. He finds them amusing. So when he gets excited and is very playful, and I won't pay attention to him, he steals my socks.
Take it right off your foot, though.
No, it was next to me.
I'm just curious. That's real.
It was just next to me. No, not on the couch.
Pistol's done that to me. She's actually
Sock
like
right
taken
off.
my socks off my foot.
Sometimes, I mean, that's just them being helpful.
Yes. Well, he just likes to grab it, and he'll toss it up in the air and try to catch it. And then once he does that, he's done.
For a reason.
Oh yeah, no, I stepped in ice cream. So there was ice cream on my sock. And she wanted the ice cream.
She wanted to eat you then.
No, she wanted to eat the sock. That's why she took it off of me.
Eat the ice cream.
She could have just bit me.
Ultimate goal of ice cream.
Speaking of ice cream,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
goodness.
disappear for 0.2 seconds because I have the itty bitty tiniest ice cream cone in the world in me freezer.
All right, go get
Right.
it. Sounds like a good snack anyhow.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna
it's
say,
delicious.
Kadarjo, what'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I need to know what your new shipment of many rums is.
Do we
We've
want to
gotten
hear?
so off track. I think Redlegs was trying to lead us to an ultimate conclusion to his question from the very beginning of the stream. I like to stretch it out. This is great, but we're kind of going.
I wasn't going to push it more than it needed
Yeah.
to go because
No, I like that we got into other days so we can
well,
circle
yes,
back
I mean,
around.
I wanted, you know, if we end up going on a tangent, I'm always going to follow
Oh yeah, so much the better.
and forget where we're originally headed. And with our navigator here, that usually is what happens.
Tangents.
We go on a tangent and we never really end up where we were originally headed for.
You should really use that from now on. Just be like, I didn't get us lost. We've just gone on a tangent.
There you go.
It can work.
Oh, I've had those
Those
ones.
are
Are those ones from
adorable!
Sam's Club?
No, these are from somewhere else. I don't remember where at the moment.
Bogey,
But I
you
don't
can't
have
have
Sam's Club
chocolate.
membership, so I know that's not it. But yes, they're like the perfect little bite-sized cones, and I adore them. And now I'm going to eat them.
They're so
Not
cute.
Macy's.
Eat them now.
You can't
I
have
know
chocolate.
I've got to run off for just half a second as well because stream elements.
Oh. I was like, what? You can't have chocolate, Bogey. It has theobromine in it. It'll kill you just like dogs.
Yeah, you guys can't have chocolate either, so go away.
He's mad because I wouldn't share my energy drink with him earlier.
Oh, it's too. Hold on, it's too green screeny.
Ah!
I've got a thing. It's the sock.
Oh, you suck.
Oh! I'm sorry.
Now, well, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Not me, I didn't do it.
That's the first time I've done that since like the very first couple of streams we ever did. I'm sorry.
Oh, the blanket.
I got it. It's so soft. It's the softest thing I ever felt ever. Okay, maybe that's not true, but it's like bunny rabbit soft. It's that. It's not fleece. It's minky. It's real. Oh.
You know, I've never used a bunny rabbit for like a pillow or anything like that.
You're missing out. Bunnies make great pillows, right, Kadarjo?
That's what I do. Anyway, it's super, super soft. Love it.
Are we still on a tangent?
We went on a tangent. I just wanted to mention that Stream Elements told me we had merch, including this really big, soft, crazy blanket, which is amazing.
I think we just went down a rabbit hole.
We went down rabbit
Take it-
hole to
and-
Kadarjo and his bun bun.
Because the blanket was as soft as a rabbit, so it must have been a rabbit hole.
Yes. He followed me.
Oh, Lolly, I am so happy. I am so happy that you told us how much you love the blankets and that you were the first person to grab them and just say they're awesome, because I cannot say enough about it.
And you got the one I designed, right?
I did.
Wait a minute. Mini
'Cause I like
bottles
the red.
of. All right.
Are you just catching that he got a whole bunch of Calico Jack for $6?
$6 a bottle.
Six.
I like the Calico Jack too. It's a nice sweet, inexpensive rum.
Wait.
I've never had it at all.
Hold on. I've just been informed that a group
Yes.
of bunnies is called a fluffle, and that makes me so happy!
Verify! But if it's not, I'll be sad. Because that's the greatest thing ever.
That's adorable.
It is, in fact, called a fluffle or a colony. It is a fluffle.
I like fluffle better.
It is a fluffle puddle in a fluffle den.
All right then. So we are currently a fluffle of pirates. If we were bunnies.
What the heck?
Just go with
Yeah,
it.
it seems a bit wrong. It just maybe.
It doesn't sound very piratey.
No.
Wasn't there a purpose to the start of this conversation?
Beware our fluffle
Oh, we lost that
pirates.
a long time ago. But we're eventually it'll come back around naturally because these things always do.
We
Wait!
do.
Pillage! The shirt! That's a bunny
Has
pirate!
a bunny on it. Oh Lord. Coming right back around to our Friday night game nights. We have been playing Jackbox, and we play the t-shirt design one called TKO, which at the end of it, you can literally buy the t-shirts that were entered in the game.
That's pretty cool.
No.
So our mate Doc, wonderful Doc, drew a pirate bunny, which is one of the characters in the game actually, but he drew a pirate bunny as his entry, and it said pillage underneath. So I have the t-shirt as well. I won't go fetch it because I'm actually pretty sure it's dirty.
But now we have a
But
fluffle. Officially,
we
like...
might have a fluffle of pirates if everyone had that. All right, Kadajo, next time, write the joke and then wait. And then write the punchline and we'll all guess. Although I like that one.
That is where a pirate keeps his what he keeps under his hat.
I can't see the joke. So what is it?
It's how much does a pirate pay for corn bones? Not
I don't
corn
know.
bones.
How much does the pirate pay for corn?
A buccaneer.
That's what he keeps under his bucking hat.
There's a bank that it says it's a bank. There's a building up the street from me, and it says corn exchange engraved on the top of this mausoleum style building. I don't know what the corn exchange is.
But
Well, if you have Indian corn and you want popcorn,
got to go fetch some corn and bring it there and find out.
But
or
what's
it's where
funny
you
is
tell all of your dad jokes.
that
really
the
funny.
building is famous for being the Philadelphia Real World House, but now it's a
Yes.
corn exchange bank.
It's a corn exchange is like where grain was exchanged. Like
Way
people would take
back
like
when,
barley
like
and trade
in
it for
pirate
corn,
times.
or trade.
And that's
like,
where the vegan zombies go.
Oh,
To the corn
But
exchange.
that's where the
Grain.
name comes from. It is a bank, and I know exactly where it is in Old City.
Grains. Half of us are now vegan
That
zombies.
happens a lot on Halloween.
To us.
ooh.
Vegan zombies.
Yes, vegan zombies on Halloween.
Kadasha
But nothing else
says-
happens. But see, Halloween is a day where things happen. That's an
That's right.
important day.
It is an important day.
Not like today. Today,
Not like today.
there's nothing important about today.
No,
It's a
that's wrong,
Monday.
Redlegs. That's wrong.
Still wrong.
What?
I told you there was more than one reason that today is an important day. Besides the fact that it's Monday, and beside the fact that it's Sunset Rummin Day.
And we're drinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other than
Besides
that,
all
there's
of
nothing
that.
important about today whatsoever. See, I told you it would come back around naturally.
But, like,
Okay,
you
maybe a
appear
wee
to
bit of force was needed in there.
you appear to just not be in the loop, perhaps.
Totally loopless.
Redlegs is loopless.
I am.
And perhaps
I'm the
perhaps
loopless
maybe-
wonder.
perhaps maybe not all of you out there knew, but today,
What?
the
Sorry,
month,
reacted too
in
soon.
fact, is Women's History Month. March is Women's History Month.
Oh,
And today,
that can't be important at all.
the 8th, oh, you're going to get, we can't reach you from here, which might be trouble opening
know.
this can of worms. It'd be International Women's Day.
Ta-da!
And Lady actually beat me to it because there was so much interjection happening there.
Well, okay. Maybe on land it is. But at sea, we don't allow women on ships. It's bad luck.
Redlegs.
So there are no women
Red-
at sea
Redleg.
on it's completely, especially no women pirates. That's, none whatsoever. Absolutely none.
Redlegs.
Yes.
I'm not going to pull it Anne Bonny, Mary Read here for you just to prove things, but
I mean, this is like obvious enough
that's
right
as close
here.
as you're gonna get
Nessas
today.
are like always out, so.
What do you do for a living? You, Redlegs, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a pirate.
Right. And you sail with,
Oh, the crew.
right, of the Fortune's Folly. Right. And the
Yeah.
3 people here with you tonight for Sunset Rummin, are we not Pirates of the
Pirates?
Crew?
Yeah, you're all pirates. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Redlegs, we're all women.
What?
All of us.
What?
There's at least 3, 4 more other women what you sail with as well.
No.
You're like extremely outnumbered on this crew.
What? No.
Like,
No,
extremely.
that can't be true.
Hey, Nessa, Bones.
Aye.
We do a
I just
really
thought you
good
were
job of hiding the fact that we're women. I
I
guess.
don't.
What?
I didn't realize I did either. But
I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, you have to be the exception to the rule. There can't be any other women on board. Knowing the captain, he was scraping bottom to try to get a crew.
hey
Because
now.
that's how I got on the crew.
Hey.
I mean, I got
I-
here that way.
I bested the captain in a sword fight, so I could beat you in a heartbeat.
I was gonna say, Redlegs, what's your
Okay,
job again?
I'm not exactly. I'm a pretty low bar when it comes to that. You know how I feel about swords.
Well, that makes
They're
me
pokey.
quite useful.
I mean,
Well, sure. If you've got bread and you need to cut it to put butter on it, you use the sword. You cut the bread. You use it to put the butter on the bread. And yeah, the swords are
So
useful that way.
everyone
ship
that might
Redleg.
want to like rob Redlegs, just know he doesn't fight and he's defensive.
He
No,
doesn't
there you go.
carry a
Not
sword.
at
I
all.
have,
terrible.
I have my axe. I have my axe.
I stole
and
his
I've,
bump.
I've got my hammer.
Your hammer. Your
I have my
Malala
hammer.
hammer. Your hammer.
It's hammer time.
Your hammer.
Redlegs.
Redlegs. Actually,
What?
not only are we not the first nor the exception, I mean, the
What?
Folly's the exception. Normally,
Oh, yeah.
a pirate ship doesn't sail with
Right.
7 women,
Well,
unless
you're Ruzla.
who was
I-
Ruth?
Ruzla was a Viking shield maiden turned pirate. Yes, Viking shield maiden turned pirate. Who sailed, her entire crew was made up of women, and she actually had men that were like their slaves, for lack of a better term. And she
you know.
sailed all over Iceland, Denmark, and the British Isles. And she actually overthrew her brother, who was king. So we're not the only mostly female crew.
No.
No, and certainly not the first if we're talking back
Ooh.
in ye old Viking times. If
Does
even
that
in
make her-
17
Does that make her a pirate queen?
No, because she actually did not take the throne. So she's a pirate
Oh.
princess. She overthrew him to embarrass him and then put someone else in the place. But she was a princess.
I mean, she wouldn't want to be queen. She's too busy going out and
Exactly.
pirating and having a good
that
time.
was like her
True.
mindset is no. And then she sailed
Well-
into Ireland and gained the name the Bloody Maiden. Because she-
Well, I'm sure she wasn't.
Didn't believe
I'm
that.
sure she was not successful at all.
No, she was
Actually, no
very-
one knows even if like when she died. Like, there's no record of her death, so she kind of just disappeared.
I mean, she could be alive today.
She could.
She could.
If she were a vegan zombie.
Grains.
Brains.
Yes, exactly.
But no, so she was a Viking pirate, basically.
Yes.
I mean, Vikings and pirates being real close to being just.
We both
knocking
like
off
pillaging. We both like plunder.
Right. There were even more than just one
and
Viking
we both
woman
like ale.
pirate,
We
weren't
both
there?
like drinking.
Alright, there were 7 members of her crew. Like
and then
7
there was
main
just a
members.
handful of other Viking lady pirates here and there that weren't her as famous as her.
Okay, she reminds you. I don't know if any of you have heard this because this is, but over in the in the places where that Al Qaeda group is, there's a bunch of ladies who are fighting them and they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I don't know if you've heard that on the news.
So, do you have a crystal ball? We've looked into the crystal ball to see in the future before.
Right, we've done that.
I've done
do you
that.
have the crystal ball? Do you have the crystal ball with you right now, Bones?
I do. It's right off of camera. Give me 1 second. I'm just turning it on. You gotta like rub it and stuff. There is a female lady pirate, and her name. I'm sorry, Rocky is quite adamant that I tell this story.
Right.
He is encouraging me
Redlegs has
from
a
afar.
question as well. Redlegs keeps raising his hand. Did you
I
have
can't
something
see
No,
to
the
say?
I was just saying that I was just gonna say something about phrasing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Having to rub that crystal ball.
I didn't go there, but you did. So congratulations.
No, you started it with having to warm it up.
We're far into the past,
Anyway!
and we're the pirate women of the present, and so we can chuck it to the future.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like,
Did you say
timeline
presents?
this nonsense. Should we
Did you say
continue
presents?
on?
We're gonna get presents?
Maybe if you're quiet.
Redlegs,
Yes.
we are your presents.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Pause.
We are legitimately your presents. Well, Bones has gone off to wrangle animals and potentially check that crystal ball. So I'm going to continue in timeline because I have a hero too.
What?
Oh, see, I'm a pirate because of circumstance, but also because of inspiration, my friend.
That's a
And
breathing in and out thing, right?
inspiration. That's
Respiration.
respiration.
You're welcome.
Most
I'm back.
kindly.
I had to change. I had to feed and water the crew.
Well, that was a good idea. Maybe it'll keep him off your back and off your chair and off your everything else.
Hardly.
Okay, you were inspired by who?
I was inspired by the hero of my country, Grace O'Malley, the famous Irish pirate queen.
What?
Now, most of you, if you've heard of any other lady pirates sailing them seven seas, it might be a contemporary of ours, maybe Anne Bonny or Mary Read or Jacotta de la Haye, the Lioness of Brittany, back from the dead red. They're out there, mates. But 1500s, we're talking largely about Grace O'Malley, which only the English called her Grace. You know, her Irish name was Grania Noella. Say that 3 times fast. No, go ahead, do it. Yes, so there you have it. But she's a hero of mine because not only is she from Ireland, but she was an Irish pirate queen. When her father died, she took over the O'Malley clan by land and by sea and kept the English from harassing all the Irish lands by becoming a pirate and keeping them away. So, of course, England didn't like that very much. And in England at the time, there was a governor named Sir Richard Bingham, and he captured Grace's entire family. Boo, boo, and took him back to England.
What?
Of course, Grace was pretty ticked off, let's just say,
I would assume so.
and decided to sail off for England and petition Queen Elizabeth I. I mean, wait, just Queen Elizabeth.
Well,
to get them back. Now that's pretty lofty. I don't think she might have gotten access if she couldn't claim I am a chieftain of my own clan in Ireland. I'm a queen, and also the one what's been causing you all this trouble.
okay. Did she try to ransom them with like some Irish whiskey?
The
There
Queen
were
tried to
other
ransom them,
ransoms, but not quite that.
right?
I mean, if somebody had offered me a bunch of Irish whiskey, I might have
Do you think that's all that Elizabeth really wanted in exchange
acquiesced.
for her prisoners was just some Irish whiskey?
Yeah, I don't see how that could be a problem.
Some Irish soda bread.
Right.
We'll get there. It's nearly that holiday. But
Maybe a really good shepherd's pie.
I think maybe Queen Elizabeth would have given up prisoners for a really good shepherd's pie.
Yes. I don't see why not.
All right. So where was I? So she goes to England to meet the Queen.
Right.
And Elizabeth agrees to meet with her, but she shows up in the court and causes a scandal because she refuses to bow to the English Queen. She will not recognize her as being the Queen of Ireland. So wait, Nessa knows something about this too. She had a weapon on her, yeah?
Aye.
She brought a knife into the middle of the court.
Yeah.
Was
That's something Nessa told me about it.
Was that a knife to a sword fight?
It was a
Pretty
knife
much.
to a nothing fight.
Erin Gobra! Oh yes, lady, I like you, lady. So there she is in the middle of the English court, brandishing a knife and not bowing to the Queen. But Elizabeth decides, all right, wait, everybody, breathe a minute, okay? I don't think this woman is going to harm me. I'll go and we'll have our talk. And I can't even imagine what Grania was thinking, because when they had their talks, they were carried out entirely in Latin, because Grace spoke no English and Elizabeth spoke no Irish. So they talked all in Latin, and by the end of their conversations, they reached an agreement where they were French. They became French. They decided to leave. I don't even know what accent that is. They decided to leave their Latin behind them to speak everything in French.
You sound like bird talk.
I did a little, yeah, I skipped directly to Russian or something. I don't know. I'm Irish. What you gonna do? So we get to the end of the conversation, and they've made compromises on both sides. So Elizabeth says, yes, I will give you your family back. It was kind of barbaric. Also, I will remove Sir Richard Bingham, boo, from his position in Ireland, because seriously, really, that guy.
Can attest. I was kidnapped by him once.
What?
I said, can attest. I was kidnapped by him once.
That's true.
Sidebar. Rennie Nessa was once captured by Richard Bingham. So, and then of course Grace had to hold up her side of the bargain, and so she was no longer allowed to support the other Irish lords in their, opposition of the British, and she was to cease all of her piratical endeavors immediately.
Oh well, yes.
Well, I mean, neither side of that bargain held up for very long, not even close, really, and all kinds of harassment on the other side continued on well past Grace's days. But I mean, it's really inspiring, especially on this International Women's Day, to think about what these two powerful women of their day might have discussed as they talked about what it takes to lead in a man's world.
Right.
And I just am so inspired. And plus, she was just Grania Noella was a righteously fierce Irish pirate queen, and therefore one of my great heroes.
Right.
And apparently she flailed her arms all over the place when she talked.
Your compromises, Queen Elizabeth, were more like guidelines anyway. That's the way pirates talk. Right, that lady to lady was quite accurate. But see, I mean, we're just talking about a handful of them. I think that we're pretty poised to have lady pirates on the seas long beyond our own days.
Yes.
No.
Crystal ball activated.
Crystal ball activated.
Yes. I've been playing with the crystal ball, which I know I'm not supposed to do because it's shiny and it's magical, and I'm not allowed to touch shiny magical items.
I'll spray you.
But I've been doing it anyways. And I have discovered a lady pirate named Rachel Wall. She is from the 1700s. And her story is not quite as fantastical as Grace. She was not a chieftain. She actually was an everyday woman who grew up in a small farm in a place called Pennsylvania.
Okay, I know what that is.
Right?
Was,
I thought you
was
said
she Tran-
Transylvania
was she,
for a minute.
she Transylvania Dutch?
Yes, exactly. And she didn't like it very much. She didn't like the corn husking and the corn, gathering. So
Well,
she
she must
left.
have been from Pennsylvania in the middle of nowhere.
Aye.
And
she
they charged a buccaneer.
Aye.
Right, and brought it to the corn exchange.
Yes.
It's such a boring existence.
So she ran out. She essentially ran away from home and decided she'd always been drawn to the water, always liked the water. So she went to a water town, where she took up a job as a serving girl. And
I do. I did that.
not exactly sure what she did, but apparently she upset and ruffled some feathers of some of the ladies in the town, and they beset upon her and tried to jump her on the docks one night. But she was saved by a dashing young man, who she no,
He was dashing.
Never
So
mind.
you didn't really get a good
Right.
look at him.
And
Sorry.
after he
Crystal ball.
rescued her, she thought the only sane thing to do was to marry the man. So she did.
I was impetuous of her.
All right. So he was a fisherman by trade. He went off to sea. She stayed behind, earning a wage and keeping a home. And when he returned after several months at sea, he brought with him some friends, and his friends brought all their lovers. He was
wait.
accompanied.
Pause. Time. Lady to Lady has got a jar of dirt and has given us 100 bits. So much thank you to you. We love your support. Thank you for being here, especially today on International Women's Day, where we're talking about a Rachel Wall. Sorry.
Yes, that's right. Okay, that was important. He comes back, and after a weekend of drinking and fun, he has blown all the money as well as all of his friends' money. He convinces Rachel to quit her job and to come aboard the ship with him and his 5 crewmen and their lovers.
Wow.
And he goes,
Sounds like a party.
Now,
well,
now
he
they,
has
they
this
have
brilliant.
they have names for these kind of cruises.
He gets them all out into the water and
Okay.
where no one can leave, and he's like, guess what? We're going to become pirates. So they borrow a ship from a friend of his, including the one that they had sailed into port on. So now they have 2 ships. They put all the ladies on one ship, all the guys on the other. Rachel becomes captain of the lady ship, and they sail up to the coast of New Hampshire. And she comes up with this brilliant idea. What gallant gentleman won't stop to help a lady who's stranded? So after a stormy night, they maroon her ship upon the sandbars. Rachel then stands upon the decks as the merchant ships come by the following day, screaming for help. The merchant ships respond to a lady. Huh?
She played the siren bit.
She did. They,
There's
of
a
course,
whole-
They come to help because there's all these lovely ladies strewn upon the deck, like, "Oh, save us! We can't save ourselves."
As ladies are like to do.
Aye. And when they get aboard and they have moored next to Rachel's ship, her husband and lover pulls his ship around to the opposite side. They murder everybody on board and take all the goods. She is
As
credited.
ladies are like to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
She is credited with taking 12 ships in a 1-year span, killing at minimum 24 sailors, and stealing up to $6,000 in pounds, plus untold numbers of goods, valuables, everyday necessities, things that were headed into port to resupply town. Unfortunately, a storm blew in one night and blew her lover and husband's ship out to sea. He never returned. So she decided, since there was no second ship now to come up from the side and attack on the opposite side, the best thing to do would be going back to land. She turned in her seafaring legs for a regular pair of legs, but she realized she missed the thrill of thieving and stealing and murder.
As you do.
As you do. So she would, after serving, sneak down to the docks and sneak onto the merchant ships and steal things from them. She ended up getting caught trying to steal a pretty bonnet off of a lady. Darn,
Y'all are the worst.
solicitors. Solicitors!
Y'all are the worst.
She ended up trying to steal a pretty bonnet.
Wait, Bones, do wait until you're back in your spot so you're not
in
talking
screen,
behind the map.
She's fine.
Okay,
I
never
don't
mind.
know when I'm in
I
my
know.
spot. 'cause
That's
I
why I'm
can't
trying.
see it.
Okay,
You're fine.
Okay.
I just didn't want you to get stepped on behind the map.
And when she tries to steal the bonnet, she decides the best thing to do is also try to cut the lady's tongue out. so that she can't tell anyone who stole said bonnet, except she gets caught doing it. She gets taken to the she gets taken to court and prison in Massachusetts where this attack occurred. And she actually makes the request to be tried as a pirate, not as a thief. They denied her request.
Lame.
And she was not happy. And they decided to actually hang her.
There are no female pirates, right? Redlegs?
Exactly.
They would not credit her with her piratical deeds. But they did hang her for attempted murder, assault, and thievery. And on October the 8th, she was hung from a gallows at 28 years old. And she is the last female to be executed in Massachusetts by hanging.
Oh. I mean, good for her.
And it's the same, so she got the same punishment she would as a pirate.
She did.
Like,
but without the acknowledgement.
I must have made her really happy.
They just did not give her the
lousy.
acknowledgement and the I just went disappearing. They did not give her the acknowledgement and the credit of giving her the title of pirate, which was what her dying wish was.
Rude.
That's lousy. That's really rude. If you're gonna hang someone, at least
I still, I mean, you know, therefore she wasn't a pirate, so that helps to make my point, doesn't it?
No, but she was. She was a captain of her own ship. How
But-
many ships have you taken, Redlegs?
well, Redlegs, you got to look
On
at the
purpose.
facts. You got to look at the facts, and damn the man.
Right.
Damn the man. Save the empire.
No, I reject your facts and substitute my own.
I think that's the way you function every day, dear friend, and I love you for it.
That's true. But
And
okay,
as long
so
as you
she was
acknowledge that we're pirates,
she was a
you don't-
pirate, but she wasn't a pirate.
She was not acknowledged as the state by being a pirate, but she was acknowledged upon the seas as a pirate. And isn't that
Well-
what really counts is your sea cred?
Well, she wasn't
Oh,
on
your
the
sea
seas
cred.
when she was captured.
No, but she was
on-
important.
She went back to land.
She was
important.
retired. In 1 year, she took 12 ships. She was retired.
Apparently not.
Well, she was very tired when she became
Oh,
the last
yes.
woman.
She was
to helm.
tired and then she was retired.
Womp womp. Well, you know,
She was
No,
I have a
rotating those
question.
tires.
I have a very important question.
Okay.
If there are no female pirates and I be a female and I consider myself a pirate, but if Redleg says I am not a pirate because I am a female, does that mean I can get out to fight a pirate at our events? So I don't get beaten up by the little ones?
No, I
That's
claim
not
that
up to
position.
me. I'm not the captain.
no,
I
you
was
know
asking
what?
the first mates.
You know what? The Nipperkins like fighting the lady pirates better. So
I
don't
never get chosen.
Because they're fools,
we're
that's
never getting
why.
out of it. You never get chosen because you take all the money.
I mean, yes, but sometimes I get forced in.
Fight.
I will say,
Sometimes I
I'm
get
so
forced
happy
in.
that I came up with a fight a pirate. That was a brilliant idea. When I say so
It is the
myself.
most fun, and I hope that we'll be allowed and safely be in proximity.
I can't
enough.
wait to do that again. It's so much fun.
Our
That is-
families and friends and kids that come and fight a pirate and come and see our shows, and I'm so looking forward to the world opening up.
I
and this
will
place
say-
going straight to hell.
I will say the part about fight a pirate that I don't like is I've never won that.
Don't like being
I've gotten to 2, and then I've gotten like 2-0, and then they always come back and they win.
That's why
You know what
I
it
don't
is?
like losing.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't either. Someone's
magical.
training their kids real well these days to be swords.
Apparently, they were luring me into a false sense of security.
It's like Inigo Montoya. You think
Exactly.
maybe they're all just using their offhand?
Turns out that none of them are
Actually-
left-handed.
I think the only one to have won Fight a Pirate is Captain.
Yeah. Well,
But isn't
yeah.
Captain
Well,
the
he
one
cheated.
calling the fights?
No, not if
right.
he's fighting.
Right.
No,
I
then
think
it's my
that
job.
Horatio did that one. The one
No,
that,
no.
that he won.
I meant like our fights. The captain called our fights.
Oh, within the crew?
Aye.
Aye.
Like,
I've
so
never
when
won-
we're
I've
fighting
never
the
won those
Nipperkin, the
either.
captain's calling the
Me either.
shots. Do you ever think that's why we never win?
Nah.
Okay, but that's only 3 ladies.
Hi, Felix.
That's it. There's no more pirates ever could have
You
possibly
weren't
been.
listening. You didn't listen when I gave you a good list of other lady
Aye.
pirates.
But
I mean, there's
you,
never been.
you
I mean,
can
look
also
at look at Blackbeard. He was like an admiral. He had several ships that he controlled. No other ladies have done that.
Oh,
that's
Oh,
very false.
oh, let me borrow that crystal ball for a minute. Hold on. Just through the
Sending
magic,
it.
just toss it off one side of your screen. And then, oh, look at that. It's a crystal ball.
Or is that a crystal ashtray?
I wasn't expecting you to have anything. I thought you were just gonna go like that.
It was close to hand. I have the actual crystal ball. It's in the other room. I'm not going to get it. I have that to show you because we're on a stream. It's magic. The magic of the internets. Anyhow.
You believe in magic of a young girl's heart.
Anyway.
And the Yankee candles clean up my farts.
Anyway.
May I be excused?
No.
No. You've got another hour and 8 minutes.
Yes.
But you had snacks, so you should be okay. Just ignore the weirdness. Everybody else does. Our wonderful chat friends, they ignore the weirdness. And come
Both of
them. Anywho.
Yes.
Looking into the crystal ball. Ooh, I can look even farther forward in time. I believe it looks like the late 1800s. And in the
Late?
Far East,
I was
appears
late.
a woman, Mistress Ching Shi.
She?
Ching Shi. I
Although-
cannot speak Chinese to save my own life, so if I'm
Okay.
pronouncing it badly, someone has to give me lessons and help me out. But Mistress
Where's
Ching
Mei
Shi,
when you need her?
right?
She's not Chinese.
No, she's not. But she is going to talk about Ching Shi. We're going to spoiler her season because in Asian Heritage Month, she's going to give us a Pirate of the Month club for Ching Shi. But just
Right.
as a tiny baby Cliff's Notes version to
Right.
drive it home for Redlegs.
Right.
This is a woman who commanded not only a crew, not only a ship, not only a fleet, but literally a vast armada of 80,000 or more ships.
No, 80,000
And she was the
pirates.
sole commander.
80,000 pirates.
80,000 pirates. It was
Pirates.
1,800 ships.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Those
That's
numbers are all
me.
become the same after they get over 21.
I know. Oh. I'm with you on that entirely. And I'm sad.
It was also, you have Chen Chu as well, who was right after, who
But
is
not quite
actually...
as many, yeah? Or was it more?
It wasn't quite as many, but she's the most
Wait,
recent
here,
female
Nessa.
pirate.
Take my crystal ball.
In the 1980s, there was the
Clear
Chinese
up to the
female
20th
pirate.
century.
Huh?
Going clear up to the 20th century then.
Yes. Chen Chu, who was smuggling thousands of Chinese immigrants into America and Europe, and she was also pillaging ships for supplies and such. And she had a 35-year-long prison sentence, which actually ended in 2017. So, still got female pirates.
Well, maybe, but that can't be any more than that, right?
Just watch our page. You'll see. We have a whole big to-do about it.
Oi.
We have at least 9 that we know
9?
of. At least.
9.
That's just how many things I remember printing. It might have been more. Because Anne, Bonnie, and Mary Read were on the same one as well.
I've never heard of
Yes.
them.
We're gonna speak. You have not heard me talk about Anne Bonny Mary Read.
She's
and
literally
Calico Jack
talked about
before.
them multiple times
No,
this
no.
stream.
They're like my rock stars. I am their biggest fan.
Pat's in love
we
with them
go.
both.
I mean, just a little.
We have a spray bottle specifically for Kat around Calico Jack conversations.
Aye.
It's true. It's a good thing I admire Anne and Mary so much because I really would like to swoop in and steal their man.
I think you'd die.
What are you gonna do?
I'm
I-
pretty
it-
positive you would die.
A crush is a crush. What are you gonna do? I mean, I admit they would probably beat me terribly because they've been at it slightly. Well,
the
I've
cat's
been at it longer
dancing.
than they have now. Let's be honest about that. I have
The
now
cat-
been
That's
at
fair.
it
The
longer
cat's
than they
doing my
have. This will be
dance.
my 7th year of piracy, and they
Right.
ultimately make it 3, I think.
No, it's longer than 3. Wasn't it 5?
2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Not long. But we're all hanging out in 1721 right now. No one knows the
Don't they have
future,
a name for
except
that?
if you
I saw it
use
was
the
like
crystal ball.
polypyrity.
Holy piratey?
Polypyrity.
Oh, like the Trinity. Yeah.
Yeah, polypyrity.
Polypiratey.
Oh.
Well, again, let's get to that. We'll give them a Pirate of the Month club to talk about 2 more lady pirates, Redlegs and Calico Jack, and what they had going on. Let's do it in June then. June. Right. Something to be proud of in June.
All right.
Have you gone onto the theme
We'll
yet,
wait till
guys?
then.
So we've really done spoilers on all our Pirates of the Month here. So for those
Not
of you
really,
who
because
are
I don't
here
remember what
today
next month is.
or taking a look at the only Redlegs knows, and if you
Oh, okay, now I know what next month is.
But we'll be hearing from someone each month, and we'll talk to you about other of our favorite inspirational pirates. I mean, someone's got to talk about Blackbeard, at some point.
Oh, it's true.
Now
No,
he's
it'd be
my
really
personal.
fun.
He's my personal hero.
He was a
Your hero.
smoker.
Yes, but
Smoker.
because he tended to pirate off the coast of one day my eventual descendants' home state of North Carolina, and so growing up, she will learn a lot about Blackbeard and have a slight infatuation with him as a child. Not gonna lie.
Have you
Oh,
ever
come on,
been
lie.
to Ocracoke?
Yes.
You've been there.
Oh,
Yes.
So
so
you've been.
he was part frog.
No.
Just let it go. Just let it go. It's not worth
I
it.
loved it, but I had nothing to respond to it with except no. So Bones, you've been to Ocracoke Island then?
Yes, I did a trip there. It was very brief. I didn't get to do a lot of the stuff I wanted to do because I was with other people who didn't care.
No, I understand that completely. The first and only time that I have ever really been to the continent, to Europe, I was with a bunch of teenagers, and we didn't get to do anything that we wanted. We were under the thumb, so I understand that.
I shall return.
All right, you got to get more booze. But did you get to hold a conversation with anyone native to the island? Did you get to hear the accent? I think we spoke about it another Sunset Rummin or 2 ago, but Ocracoke Island is one of the 2 only places in the Americas that speak with an accent that would have been more like old. I don't remember if it's Old English or Old American, but back to the earliest days of America.
Well, it's because they were mostly isolated, right?
Yes.
Right, exactly. They're just so isolated that accent throughout the years as they grew up there, it never dissipated, and now all their young people are leaving, and it's actually starting to finally thin out after hundreds of years. So it's fascinating. But ultimately, Ocracoke is also that's Blackbeard Central.
I want to do a pilgrimage there and make offerings.
I mean, we should definitely do that. Yes, exactly. That's
Yes.
what it was. They speak how George Washington would have sounded, so that more early American than and which is funny because they say now that the modern 21st century crystal ball accent sounds more like the English would have sounded at that time, which is without accent for those who assume that they're from here and don't have an accent.
Everybody's got an accent, y'all.
Yes, that you're not wrong. I find it funny that some of the places I've spent the most time that I don't share my own accent with, I actually have a harder time imitating than some other broader accents because I was immersed in it for so long. It should be easy because most places I will visit and go and pick up your accent and spit it back at you, which I feel like is embarrassing.
It's
but
very embarrassing, and you feel very disrespectful for doing it. My master's professor is Scottish, and I would, if I had a long conversation with her, I'd end up in a Scottish, especially around end of May, beginning of June. I would fall into it for like weeks. Now I have a Welsh professor.
Oh boy.
And it's just as bad.
You're going to love this, Nessa. So I read an article about this very recently. About why you, talk to yourself in your house. I talk to myself all the time.
If
I'm not talking to Marley, I'm talking to myself wandering around my house.
Or my bird.
And why you pick up accents when you talk to people and then kind of just randomly start talking in accent wherever you are. You're going around your
Well, I've never done
life and
that,
your
that's
business.
for sure.
Well, it is a not symbol of, it is a symptom of, I don't know, it's a neurodivergent trait.
Oh.
That you're neurodivergent enough that it is something that you do because you want to fit in.
Does
so you
anyone
pick up
else,
the
when they're trying
accents.
to do work, go into a Russian accent, go, no, that's not right, and just go with it? If I'm trying to, like,
was
focus
Merda
on...
for an entire car drive home. I was by myself. I'm sorry, carriage, whatever. I was riding home, just talking in my best Scottish brogue, and I'm not that good at it. But I was like, I need to do this forever now. I'm really better at this than I thought I was, and I kind of stopped doing it now.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, if I'm
Well,
trying
for
to
you,
focus...
it's easy.
If I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, especially when it comes to, like, tedious schoolwork, that's, like, going back and forth between computer screens, I go, yes, or no, and yes, and no, and yes, and yes. And I just go into weird accents, and I don't know why. And then I get judged by my husband, who's like, are you talking to yourself? I go, no, I'm talking to the bird. And he goes, that's not any better. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
I
have full-length conversations with Bogey.
Oh, good for
He
Bogey.
answers me, so it's not as weird.
Yes. Whenever I get very emotional, when my emotions like overwhelm me, either I'm very excited or I get very frustrated and angry, I slip into my accents from back home in North Kakalaki. And if I hear somebody from down there, like it takes 3 words before my accent, it kicks in. I don't even realize I'm doing it until I get like 4 words into a sentence and I'm like, yeah, I'd like a cup of water, please. And the people around me look at me and go, what just happened?
That's
Where
me
did
with
that
Pennsylvania
come from?
Dutch. I fall into Pennsylvania Dutch real easy.
Stepmom's from Yonkers.
Oof.
So when she's not there and she's at home, she sounds very pleasant. She's a lawyer's assistant, so she's got that professional, plain, no accent. And she gets on the phone with one of her best friends from growing up, and suddenly she's gone full New York.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous, and it's the funniest thing. We have literally just gone into hysterics just listening to her when she gets going. Because it's so not even her, but it is her real roots, so it's funnier.
Aye. Well, we do this so often, and we talk with our accents here. Between this and Fairlife, that it's just a second accent, a third accent. And I was telling somebody that I do this at one of my jobs, and they were like, "No way, you don't." And I was like, I do. They're like, and I started talking to them in as bones, and they paid me $10 to interact with a patient from start to finish. Like someone came into the office, didn't know what I really sounded like, so I talked like this the entire time I was talking to him, and use an accent, and from check in to check out, and they were like, that's amazing. I was like, no, it's just you do it long enough, it becomes part of who you are. It's just
My favorite is when you're at the festivals and someone comes up to you and goes, "Are you really from England?" Dude,
yes.
Well,
Hey, I am, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
well, I'll tell them if they ask me if I'm really from Scotland, and I say, "Can you understand the words that I'm saying?" And they go, "Yes." And so, well, that's how you know.
You're not.
If you can understand the words that I'm saying, you've answered your question.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever looked at Scottish tweets?
No.
Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. I have to pull one up. We're gonna do some translating.
All right.
I follow this girl on TikTok as well who's Scottish, and like when she says certain things, she has to like put English subtitles in.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
So there's several TV shows on the telebox now in modern times that are set in the South, and it always amuses me the captions, like the English translations that they put on for these people, because I'm sitting here going, their accent's not that bad. I can understand everything they're saying, but any person north of Maryland that I'm with at the time would be like, I don't understand a word coming out of their mouths.
Have you ever noticed that when you have someone from the colonies trying to speak with an English accent, they usually end up sounding like they're from they try to do the Cockney accent.
Oh,
And then when you get from someone from England who's trying to speak like they're from the colonies, they have a southern accent.
because they're closely related, because we drop letters.
But I noticed that when we were, when you were talking about the magic box and you're watching people who are obviously from England and they're trying to be an American, and
It's
they're
so
always talking
sweet.
in a southern accent. It's
so
quite
sweet.
it's quite hysterical.
It is my favorite thing. I know I talked about all of this recently, but it's just so fascinating to me to talk about accents and all that and regional dialects and all. But I love catching out people who are in professional film and all that when I know what nationality they are and they're using another accent, and I love going, oh, they're doing a really good job. Oh, but I love it when they slip up and you can hear their real
Like
accent.
Oh, like that Kevin Costner fella when he was Robin Hood.
Or I don't know if any of you watch Supergirl, but Lena Luthor on there is so British she can't say even a full sentence.
No.
With an American accent. It's lovely and also funny.
Oh,
She also was
John
fantastic as Lady
Jones.
Morgana.
Dajo, you're killing me. I think I'll sweep your chimney, governor. Yeah, I mean, the Cockney accent is a real thing, but it really doesn't appear until late into I want to say the 19th century, so kind of Victorian, obviously, and
Right.
it's there now. You can certainly run into Cockneys, but if you're thinking real historical, it's not a part of it.
I had to
That's where this
find
is
one.
from.
I had to find one that doesn't involve a certain word that is very offensive in this country, but not offensive overseas, or not as offensive overseas. It took me a while to find one that didn't have that. So this is
I
how
love Scottish Twitter.
this is how
Twitter's
Scottish
my
Twitter
favorite.
just exists, and it makes me so happy. Just trying to read it, like it's English, but it's not.
I will tell you, if I've ever tried to do, somebody writes a script that they want you to read in an accent, and they write it out in the what they think is the accent, so you read it that way. I will say, don't write this in an accent. I can do it. I can give you the accent. Don't write it in an accent. Because I don't know what you're trying to say. Write it with the regular letters in the proper order, so I can read it. Don't write it in an accent, because I have no idea.
I called out. I'm sorry, Redlegs.
But yeah, if you try to, like, literally what Redlegs is, like, explaining is how I feel reading Scottish Twitter. Because, like, it literally says dinna instead of didn't.
Yep.
It says,
They write dinna all the time, though.
Yeah, it's so funny. But I have to find the girl that I follow on TikTok. But she was, like, talking because...
So show some sympathy.
Also, if you ever listen to people that are from Scotland, Australia, any of those, when they sing accentless. And people are like, why don't you sing in your accent? Like, your accent's so good. So what she does is she takes songs and she goes, songs that shouldn't be sung in a Scottish accent, and then starts singing them in a Scottish accent. It's so good.
Oh my.
It's so good.
Sheena Easton is that way when she sings. Because you listen to her talk, and it's, she's got the brogue, and then when she sings, there's no brogue. For your eyes only.
I need to find her now.
You need to find who?
The lady she's talking about who sings in a Scottish accent.
Because this is why we shouldn't sing in Scottish accents.
Right then. I mean, that's the thing too, is that I remember being a youth and listening to songs time and time again that sounds, it just sounds like singing. It sounds like music to me. I never thought about an accent. It doesn't come up when you're listening to music, and oftentimes because you're doing so much lyrically with your voice, it doesn't lend itself, to showing your accent much. So I remember when I found out, I was shocked that Elton John was British. He sounds so American. American. English. I think I was trying to say English, like American English. He sounds so American in his style and his singing that I was shocked to find out he was British. So there's certain things that when you're singing, it takes out a bit of the accent entirely.
Have you ever gone to the point where you listen to so much of the accent that you stop hearing the accent?
I think that happens to me with my own accent. I'm worried I'm not even coming across as Irish anymore. I mean, I'm Pirish, which is part of it.
Yes.
Irish what spent too long at sea, so I get a little lazy, but
A lady?
No, lazy.
Lazy and lady are not the same thing.
But you were drinking at the same time, so it was hard to hear.
No ladies here.
I am Pirish. Kiss me, I'm Pirish.
All right. So this is her.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
guys, no, you just carry on, you just cannot win. No, I'm not shouting, this is just my voice, I'm sorry. Posted a TikTok, because that's what we do here, and there was a wee snippet of me singing. Literally all the comments were, oh, she American now? Where's her accent, huh? I'm sorry, but some songs just shouldn't be sang in a Scottish accent. For example, the song that I was singing, dangerous, that girl is so dangerous, that girl is a bad girl. Come on, that's not sexy. Yo, TikTok.
Oh, but she's dead sexy.
Not sexy.
But I just love that she's like, no, we don't do this.
When you sing, you just got to worry about what sounds your mouth's making as it is, let alone what accent you're singing in.
She's Ash Cambo on TikTok. She's hilarious. I love her.
Well, now that you played it on here on the stream, you've got to tag her in the comments to make sure people can find their breadcrumbs back to that, because that was. I feel like I've seen another video by her though, so she's in my For You page sphere. Ash Cambo, love it. That was brilliant.
No, that's not sexy. But there's a lot of people do it. There's Australians that do it too.
Up as a full-size video.
Yes, but then you guys couldn't hear it, and then it wouldn't be as fun.
Oh, that was grand. That was a perfect idea. True. Thank you, mate.
But yes, I enjoy listening to that. I just enjoy listening to people that have accents just try to sing in their accents, and they're like, this doesn't work.
Oh, Felix just brought up one of my very favorite accents.
Trinidad.
I cannot even replicate it with my faulty Irish voice, but you should listen to a Trinidadian accent. It's very musical and flowing. I love all the Caribbean accents, really, too. The Haitian and the Jamaican and the...
Haitian's beautiful.
Somewhere in the middle with the French Cajun, but not like Cajun, which is a little rougher, because it is. But Trinidadian is just, oh my gosh. I suppose it's Trinidadian. Yeah? Trinidad accent. I like the way you said it better than I did, but...
well, I mean, when you listen to Dolly Parton,
like,
she sings in a southern accent. Dolly does.
That's a very
Dolly sings
type.
in a southern.
Yeah.
Some accents you can sing in. Like, you can sing in an English accent pretty well. It's really the accents that have very wide vowels.
And it also depends on
like, dangerous is why that sounded weird.
Yeah,
in the Scottish accent. That's a very wide A.
Yes, if you generally speak a word with a completely different vowel sound than anyone would ever be able to sing it.
And that is why Rocky Balboa was not a musical.
Hey, what you talking about?
Adrian!
Roll, we bully boys, roll. No, roll boys, roll. I feel like I do know that one, but out of context, like, because I know the Sally Brown line. Oh, dang it. Some ship's musician I am, because now I've just got Roll Me Bully Boys in my head and I can't think
I mean, I've honestly just fallen into the tic-tac? Tic-tac?
Tic-tac.
I could use
TikTok.
a Tic Tac.
The TikTok
I could use a
shanties, and they're
TikTok.
throwing me off of everything else. Although they did Chemical Worker song, which is the one that I always try to sing,
I
but
love
can
it.
never remember the name of.
It's a land shanty.
It is.
Ooh.
I had to
The
find out the
working in
actual
the
song
factory
because I
shanty.
really like the Misbehaving Maidens version, but that's not appropriate to sing.
If Tic Tacs
I
does
won't
not have a
stop ya.
TikTok account, their social media account is lacking.
Very true.
Wildly true. Insanely true. I'm almost
I
out of
saw
time.
the best, like,
They don't!
well,
Oh wait, here it
Game on
is.
there.
It's very, very far down.
But they have it.
But they only have one video.
But we're still, they did it just so they could say Tic Tacs have a TikTok.
TikTok. They did.
No,
You were saying, Bones.
it's actually very
Oh, Tic-
it's very sad. Their one post. They definitely should have taken a better TikTok would have been great for TikTok.
It's very ticky-tacky.
Yes.
You were saying, Bones, before we stumbled onto the Tic Tac
No,
TikTok.
I was saying, like, some of my favorite social media things are the corporate social media post. And I think it was Jersey Soaps, and they put out a Twitter thing, and they said, "Tell us
The Jersey
what do you-"
Mikes?
Yes, and they were like,
Go ahead.
"Tell us, what do you put on your subs?" And apparently, people were not very pleasant, and they had to put people in Twitter jail.
They said banned. All of you, none of you people are good. What is it? Good people or something like that. It was very funny. How do you top your sub?
Yes,
That's what Felix says. It was how do you top? I saw that
Oh,
earlier.
that's
today.
just
No, Felix Bones can't see the stream, so the fact that she came up with that at legitimately the same time as you was just writing about your favorite thing you just saw. That puts you right on the same wavelength. So now you have
I
you and
mean,
Bones have a mental link, and you and
honestly,
Nessa
that's
have
Jersey
a
Mike's.
streaming.
That's Jersey Mike's fault for phrasing it. How do you top your sub?
yes. It was an example
knew
of
what they
poor
were doing.
phrasing.
It definitely, if you said, "What do you put on your sub?" that would not have been as bad. But if you say, "How do you top your
top
sub?"
your
Your
sub.
sub. But I also like when they
You
get
can't
into
tell
like
me
Twitter
someone okayed
Twitter
that.
comments with each other.
Oh, like when Wendy's gets sassy at like
None of you
McDonald's.
are without sin. That's right. You're banned. You're all banned. None of you are without sin. Is what I
Yes.
said.
Yes. I just like that a sub company was quoting biblically.
It's very funny. Somebody
Yes,
had to, they were doing
I
it.
enjoyed the sassy Wendy's responses.
Yes, those are always my
I
favorites.
as well. Well, while we're on the subject, another fast food chain in the UK screwed up today.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh,
They
what
were
they
trying. They were trying to make a good statement. It was Burger King.
Oh, no.
It's International Women's Day, and they put out into the Twitterverse a woman's place is in the kitchen.
What?
I mean, Mercy
Followed-
likes her place. in the
I'm
kitchen,
sure
but she
there's more
tends
to it than
be
that.
there.
Followed by a not quick enough follow-up tweet that said, you know, if she wants to, we're giving more opportunities because it's 60% men who are like 80% men, whatever the statistic was.
You put that in the same tweet. You
There's
don't even
enough
do a
spaces
follow-up
and
tweet.
words.
Yeah, you don't make that separate tweets. I know they was trying to get attention, and there's no bad
Right.
intention, but they're not in a good place right now. Burger King UK, you're in the doghouse, mates. You can't
Well-
just say that. That's a real shitey thing to say. And I
Okay.
used
I
our
do
You know
want to
what?
point out. Did you all know about the whole Oprah thing with Meghan Markle?
So this must be recent because they're all.
It was
No,
Sunday.
you-
It came out Sunday night.
I will say that if I had made Meghan Markle, my family would have been very upset with me as well. In particular, my wife would have been very, very upset if I had done that.
I
Because she doesn't even let me date outside of our marriage. She refuses to let me date. So, yeah, if I had married her, it would have been bad.
I like. Yeah, they should have continued that with men's places in the kitchen. Everyone should be in the kitchen. Kitchen has food.
exactly.
To which I respond, of course. everyone's places in the kitchen would have been just fine, and they should have stuck with that.
But you know what? In our case, there's only one person who belongs in the galley.
Mercy.
Because I tried going in there, and she hit me with her spoon.
That's why
I will say
Devlin
this.
and I snuck in while she was painting.
I will say this. Mercy elected to be there. And therefore,
Well, that's true, but I'm just saying, she's, you know, when I tried to go in there, she hit me.
I will
Hard.
say,
That is her domain.
Yes.
I will
You
say,
don't mess with her.
I tell
No.
my phantom pets all the time that to get out of me kitchen. Look, phantom pet. Speak of the devil.
Oh, Lulu.
You think she's a parrot?
Yes, it is.
She's very, very confused. She's pretty sure she's part parrot.
Part parrot,
Which part?
part dog, part rat. It works.
Aye.
Very
Aye.
piratey.
There you go. She's a mixed mouse mish posh.
Love it. Oh my goodness, that's just adorable. I can't stand it.
I'll trade you. She can come sit on your shoulder.
That's all right. Usually I have my butt warmer, Marley, being all around my rear end. She's decided to sleep in her hammock right now. But she's been absolutely as weird and as cute as it is possible for any feline to be. And I've been snapping pictures throughout because I cannot
All right.
believe how adorable.
Consent is important, and I do not consent right now.
Well, Craig is going to be very upset with us tomorrow. Craig the cat. He's going to go get some dental work.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yeah. And so that means he's already had his last bit of food
My
for the
last
night.
meal! Oh no!
Oh,
So tomorrow
I did it
morning,
back.
he's not going to be happy with anybody.
No, we won't.
And then it's only going to get
Aw.
worse from there.
Poor sweet Babu.
Next week,
It's not
next
a good-
Monday.
It's not a good time to be a cat in this
Right,
particular.
Dow just take care of those saber teeth.
Right? But you got
Um,
to do what you got to do.
Next Monday, we will probably hear it from Bogey, because he has to go to the vet next week.
Oh.
So
Don't say it out loud. He understands us.
no, he's never been there, so he doesn't know what that is.
Oh,
This is his
so
first.
It's just a place to go.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting.
Well, when
You're
you
just gonna
talk
go-
about the vet, you're talking about someone who's actually had military service, right?
Yeah,
Right.
although he can't hear you, so he only hears me. But yes, so we might have a very cranky bird next week.
These
Who
things
either
happen.
will just want to cuddle me and love me, which in case you'll see Bird, or who will just scream at me like a grumpy old man, in which case you'll hear Bird.
You know, that happens quite often. We're used to it.
Grumpy old man.
He is a grumpy old. I mean, he is old. Like, he's getting up there.
Over there thinking, never met a war hero before. Yes.
He is a grumpy old man, though. He is 22, 23. And
Oh
they
my
live.
lord, he's only got about 5 years on Marley.
They live
He's
to a.
meant to live that long.
They live between 20 and 30 years. So
Sounds like it might be a good time for him to go see a war hero.
Yes.
he's being
Like-
he's being a little more of a grumpy old man than normal. Uh,
I thought you said the normal.
than normal. And he's a grumpy old man who's potentially going through second puberty. Slash just
Actually,
really
it's-
wants to see a female bird.
Oh.
So he's
Ooh.
nasty.
That's different.
You ever tease him? Do you ever tease him by putting up a female bird on your like screens? and-
No, but I don't think he would know the difference because he's never met another of his species. He's never met another golden crown condor. He's met cockatoos. Cockatiels? Cockatiels. Cockatiels are a small one, right?
Yes.
Cockatoos
yeah.
are big? Yeah. You know a cat named Normal? Normal's a good name. I don't know what you're referencing, Kat.
Aw. Did you never read Garfield, mate?
No.
No.
What? You've
Oh
never
wait,
seen
is
Normal?
Normal the
Yeah.
little one?
Yeah.
Gray one, the gray kitten that
Okay.
Garfield always tries to mail to Abu Dhabi.
We used
Okay.
to say it for one of my powder monkeys that I have.
I used to say it for my own wee little brother. I was never you went to Abu Dhabi.
She was able to whenever someone would give her something for free, would say, "Oh, you normaled that, didn't you? You got your normal powers going." Because that's what all that.
Pets we have.
If somebody for no reason whatsoever gives you something out of thin, it's like, well, you got normaled.
Got normaled.
You got normaled.
I just get happy.
I may not have actually wanted it. You got a present.
I got a present.
We're all the present today. That's what we've decided. We are each other's present today in the present.
I can't wait to unwrap it.
Wait. All right. Have you guys watched Legends of Korra?
No.
It's been all the way through, so you cannot say anything.
No. It's not a spoiler.
That's really weird that you said that, because once again, right in arm's length here, I have my set. Oh, that's creepy.
That is very creepy.
Wait, actually, no. This is an Avatar reference, because I forgot that Momo's not in Korra. So, there's a scene where Momo, like, they tell him to go get water. And he goes and gets everything but water. Like, he brings back treasure and that. Is that normal?
No.
Groot! That's Groot.
Because that's about all I got is Momo, who I, in my current RPG campaign, I have a ferret named Klaus, who also runs off and gets random stuff. When you tell him to go get something, he gets everything but that thing.
Lovely.
Legit.
But yes, that is what I thought of when you're like, you might not want the gift, but here's the gift, was Momo in that scene.
But it's not about not wanting it, it's just about not asking for it.
Well, you shouldn't ask for a gift. A gift should just
it's
show
like
up.
out of nowhere. Well, like for your birthday, you're expecting a gift.
Maybe.
But if a stranger who has no idea who you are gives you a lovely ham.
Oh, a ham.
Or in the case of me powder monkey, she was walking around and someone gave her ice. They were buying ice cream and they said, "Here, have an ice cream." And that actually happened. She got an ice cream. She's walking around. Said, "Here's this will cheer you up. Have an ice cream." I was like, "How did you do that? You normaled an ice cream. How'd you do that?"
As long as nobody licked it first, I suppose. That's the best present ever.
She was there. She saw them buying it for her. It's like, you normaled an ice cream?
That's amazing.
Oh,
I don't ever get that lucky.
Stunned. So how do you do that?
I do not ever get that lucky.
I've normaled quite a few things in my life, if that's the definition of normal.
That is.
All right.
That's
Most
exactly
of college
what
was normal for me then.
Yes, that's you've normaled.
Aren't you lucky?
No, not even from like guys, like from my school. Like they would just be like, "Here's some Ritas.
Yes.
Here's some pretzel. Here's some pizza."
A lot.
Every day.
It's like, it's like, "Oh, I can't finish this. Oh, hey, you want some pizza? Here you go." And you go like, "Thank you." That's normal.
We did that with cupcakes and crab fries a lot too.
My goodness.
I don't know if it's karma, because I guess I normal people a lot.
Yes. That's not. Yeah, that's what that is. It's now. I don't know. I guess it's a verb. To normal.
And now I'm hungry.
Me too.
We're always hungry on this stream. We cannot avoid, even if we've already eaten.
I think it's the timing of it, because nobody eats before that, and we all drink too much.
I have more chocolate.
I'm drinking, so yeah.
But I shouldn't eat more chocolate, because I've already had like 4 pieces during this stream.
I won't stop you, because, I'm way
My
over
tummy
here,
will get upset.
Right.
My tummy doesn't like having that much chocolate. And I had an energy drink today.
That's a shame.
I like having chocolate.
I love chocolate.
I also love chocolate.
Sometimes.
Now I'm trying to think if I have any, and I don't think I do.
Oh, I always have chocolate in this house, and I always have Tonight Dough ice cream. And mint chocolate chip cookie.
I have Girl Scout cookies.
That's chocolate, as long as you got
I've been hoarding them away like a dragon.
I know that. I love how they make cookies out of Girl Scouts.
Don't hoard them too much. Because if you do, you'll pull them out and they'll be expired and you're like, darn it!
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's what we
did.
We had to throw out 2
left,
boxes.
and I think they're just barely, either just barely opened or not quite open. So I got to get into that, so we'll see.
I do not believe it is possible to make cat-safe chocolate unless it is white chocolate, as the chemical that is deadly to animals is theobromine, which is theobromine is the actual chemical, which is the main part of the cocoa plant. Also, that's why people that are allergic to like coffee and caffeine also can't have chocolate, is they're very similar. And if you get headaches from chocolate, it's likely because you get headaches from caffeine.
The more you know.
I get headaches from the opposite of caffeine. I get headaches from drinking sulfates and stuff, and caffeine actually helps it.
Toxicologist knowledge.
Yeah, back to the more you know again.
But yes, it's called
everything just
theobromine.
drops.
So we like to look at Pistol and go, Pistol, you can't have this. This has theobromine. It kill you, as we throw it into our mouth.
At least
Will
you
murder your
explained
puppy
it to
face.
her.
Murder your
yeah,
puppy
it might.
face.
If it's white chocolate with like coloring, I think that would technically be okay because white chocolate doesn't have theobromine because it's not actually chocolate. I feel like I love when you're here for my random Nessa facts. I was thinking, so Kat and I switched for this weekend. This weekend I will be hosting a Saturday stream. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have all my stuff. Update, my tail will be here tomorrow by 9 p.m. Very excited. But I was like, what would I do if I don't have my stuff? And I was like, I could pin all of the insects that I have. And then I realized that only Felix would care about that.
That's mostly true. But I think you should do that sometime, at least if no other way. I should say if no other way on another platform or something. Because do you have your own thingy?
I do, but I don't have any followers over there anymore because I used to have one that I had a lot of people on. And then
look at that. No, our fans would like that. So you're gonna have to do that sometime. But that you're gonna have to find a way to add bugs to your bio, Nessa.
I mean, honestly,
you're talking awful lot about bugs.
No. Entomology was one of the biggest hobbies in our time. It straight up was, 100%. Also, they're different.
You're really good at it.
Yeah. So I'll probably do that in like after my qualifiers because I'll have a whole bunch collected by then. Right now I have a lot of small bugs, but I don't have like butterflies or anything, which are really the fun ones to watch get pinned. I have to go collect all the pollinators, which hurts my soul. I hate taking pollinators out of the environment.
You can't use just the dead ones. You got to use one that was alive right as you murder it, eh?
Yeah, and I have to have a certain number of them for my collection to get enough points for my degree. So I have to kill pollinators, which makes me sad.
Yeah, well, I really don't like bees. Anything that can stab me with its butt makes me upset.
Yeah.
Obviously, hornets and wasps are the real enemy. But I've never liked anything that can sting me with its butt.
Yep.
So I will make sure that I am doubly careful not to harm any pollinators. Just to even out what's going to happen here.
Cool. I mean, I have all of the bees that
on my honor.
Birch likes collecting bees because I will not collect them because I also don't like getting things that poke me with their butts. It hurts. I don't like it. I got stung when I was like 6 years old, and I've been like turned off of bees ever since. So when I found out how many bees I needed for my collection, I laughed and I said, Birch, and he went, I got you, and he got me a whole bunch of bees.
Aw, that's love right there. That's real love.
That really, truly
Definitely
is.
afraid of buzzing things, been stabbed by the toxic butt knife bugs way too many times.
That's super nightmare. Yeah, I just have really dumb stories about getting stung. Every one of mine has a story with it. It's not just, oh, well, I was walking around in the park and I got stung by a bee. It's
mine was
always
in my
some
soda
kind of
can.
weird trauma.
I didn't know it flew into my soda can, and I took a drink of it, and it went in my mouth and stung my tongue.
too.
Yeah.
Talking about like bugs and things being not where they're supposed to be. I read on the interwebs today, because magic, this story about a girl who brought in her laundry and put the basket down in her room, and there was a baby snake in it who slithered out and slithered inside of her inhaler.
What? So
yes.
Really baby?
Corn snake,
really
probably.
baby. and it happened in like Australia or something, and it was like apparently this very
Everything
highly,
kills you.
yes, it was like a highly
everything in
venomous snake, right?
Australia wants to kill you.
It was
Everything.
like, and they actually had to like call some snake rescue people to come and get it out of said inhaler and release it back into the wild. But they took a picture of it first, and there's like the 2 part where you put your mouth and you would suck. And
At least she
that's
saw
how she
it.
found it. She went to go, and as she put it towards her mouth, she saw the snake wrapped up inside of it.
I have an inhaler, and I never look in my inhaler. I keep a
You
cap
will
on
from-
my inhaler,
now.
though.
You will from this day forward.
I keep a cap on mine, too, so hopefully he wouldn't be able to,
That's a good point, though.
Right. Well, this was like a teenager, and we all know teenagers never do what they're supposed to do.
Alright, well, I feel like if you live in Australia, you are aware that things are trying to kill you all the time, so you're a little more diligent about things trying to kill you all the time.
After all, a dingo ate my baby.
That's a terrible forensic case, like, just saying.
Great band name, though.
Great
Dingo
band
my
name,
baby.
terrible forensic case.
I don't want any part of what you got there, Redlegs. What does that actually belong to? What did you kill to get that thing?
Wait. It's on the wrong side. I got this one.
Actually, but I'm very curious now. You always have to hand the weirdest, strangest, coolest thing. Ooh, creepy mummy Skeletor hands.
These are actual hands that are made for the ghost of Christmas future.
Can
That
we
makes
use
a lot
those?
of sense. Sorry, I
You're
just got distracted by
terrifying.
Kadarjo's comment, but that makes sense that they're for that.
Dang it!
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but I'm a dingo, and I ain't your baby.
Crazy things that want to kill you!
But it wasn't a dingo! Let me just clarify that statement by saying she killed her kid. It wasn't a dingo.
Well, yeah, we all know that, but where's the fun in that? Not that it should be
That's
fun,
what
but
happened.
still, you know what I mean.
End of the dingo thing, my baby story?
Yeah.
Yes,
she
like
actually killed her
she
kid.
killed her child. Well, it's never been officially closed, but like
I never heard enough about where that saying came from to even know that
yeah,
was even.
the
Oh, it's a
tent
real
was like
case.
zipped up. Yeah, the tent was zipped up. There's no way that a dingo went in there and then re-zipped it up after taking the baby out. And there was like no blood in there, and like the kid stuff was there was like it was a terrible like job. I have like a whole story of it downstairs. It's in my bad forensic cases. I have a book of bad forensic cases. It makes me happy.
Alright, that's.
I mean, they even
that's
did it on that
entertaining.
Seinfeld show.
Cat hair.
Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Elaine said that.
That's where crazy legends come from. Someone did something they weren't supposed to do. They make up an outlandish story about how they're not guilty, and the world suddenly is.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
not that old
it's
either.
an
It's only
urban legend like women being pirates. What?
You get the spray bottle now.
But anyway, it's also not that old of a thing. It happened in like 1980.
Yeah.
I feel like that phrase has been with us for so long, but then again, it's been around as long as I have. So there you have it.
But yes.
So, I felt the need to bring it back a little bit, you know.
No, that was nice of you. Do you have any? No, you don't have any stories because you don't believe any ladies or any women are pirates at all.
Oh, of course
I mean,
not.
Generally, ladies aren't pirates, but sometimes some of our crew can speak to that. I can.
Female
I
pirates.
come from dirt, mate. I come from dirt and 5 brothers, and that's what I come from. Dirt.
Yes, it's from the case was in 1980, and then it was made into a movie in 1988.
Is there a movie called Dingoes Ate My Baby?
No, it's called A Cry in the Dark, but it's based on this case where Meryl Streep, as the woman that killed her
That's
child,
why I've heard of it.
shouts the words, "The dingoes got my baby."
Well, all right then.
Is there a
Cheers,
song?
Meryl Streep.
Because, as we all know,
Son of a
dingoes
band.
do not like the
On
taste
Buffy
of
the Vampire
babies.
Slayer.
It's another human trying to give a canine a bad name.
'Cause
So,
yes.
no, dingo, but
Dingo.
bingo.
Right, but they're part of the. They're part
Dingo
of that.
is a canine.
Familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
It's a wild dog.
It looks like a Shiba Inu if you're to put it to like the most
Yes.
domestic.
Wow.
I do not see
Never
a
thought
song,
about doing that.
but yeah. The more you
I feel
know.
like
If
Kat
it,
has to write some now.
I have a lot of stupid random forensic facts. Maybe I'll do that one day.
I think so.
Pick a forensic case and I'll tell you everything wrong.
You pick a Saturday night, and we'll let Nessa loose on that Saturday night, and you'll just do whatever you feel like for a couple hours, and it'll be grand. That's what I do. I say I'm cooking with the crew. It's just letting Kat loose for 2 hours to do whatever I like and talk to you about whatever I want to, and maybe sometimes cupcakes happen. You know,
All
there's
right.
really not much else. It's just random weirdness. And once you're not in a group, you're literally on your own to come up with the wildest stuff you want to discuss. So it's lovely, I think. I've had a nice time. Plus, baked goods appear in my apartment.
I wish I had more bugs to pin that are like pretty, because now I want to do that this weekend
You've got
instead
this
of the
week.
mermaid.
You're
Oh, I
gonna
don't have time to go
know
collect.
How coral happens.
Yes, we're gonna. I have a new tail arriving tomorrow, and I have pieces of a top to go with it that I've been working on. So there are two options: either I will assemble a top on stream, or I will do a get ready with me, and you will see the entire process of becoming coral, which is a lot.
So viewer discretion advised. If you have young nipperkins, which they should probably not be watching our Monday night Sunset Rummin stream anyway, but if you have young nipperkins, we'll try to make sure we put a little viewer discretion advised on here, because we don't want to take away any magic.
Magic, yeah, of course not.
That's what it's about. It's not about what's on top and what's on bottom. She'll take care of that. It's not a peep show, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
But taking away the magic from the nipperkins is something we don't like to do. We are friends with both Coral the mermaid and Cyrena the pirate fairy, and we try very hard to make sure that we never expose any of our mates at our events or in any other way to what's behind them.
And Whitebeard the pirate.
That's
Yes,
for,
and
you know. Yeah, and Whitebeard. Whitebeard is a magic all his own, so.
What about
I
that
know
one
we're
lady
gonna
who
take
tried
this
to
baby
dry
to
off
the
her dog in the microwave?
You just made that up.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Not,
What did
not
you
the
say?
least of which
I did
reasons I
not
don't know
just
it's a
make that up.
microwave.
Somebody else probably did.
I'm
And
looking
repeated
it up. Hold on.
What did he say?
Everybody.
No,
You
I
haven't
said
heard
I
about the
couldn't-
lady who tried to dry off her poodle by putting it in the microwave.
A microwave maker was sued by an elderly lady who lost her beloved poodle to the sound of a muffled explosion following her attempt to dry the dog on low power for just a few minutes after giving it a bath.
Mythbusters talked about that one.
That's. Oh my gosh.
Now, as far as I know,
That is
it
horrible.
hasn't been proven because Mythbusters talked about it, but they decided that it was a stupid idea to even attempt to try to do that. But I don't know if it's real or not.
I'm pretty sure if you put anything alive in a microwave, it's going to explode.
Well, it's gonna die.
Even on low for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Nothing else, you're going to irradiate the poor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, weren't you told not to stand in front of the microwave as a kid? I was.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Don't look into the microwave while it's running.
So it is very likely that this is not true.
Yes.
I just
Good,
Googled
good.
and this is what showed up. It is very likely that it's not true.
Oh my goodness.
Or
Well,
if it
no,
went
the
to
micro-
court,
yeah.
it was like when people like sue people, like the Gorilla Glue situation that's going on right now with
Oh
the
my
Gorilla
goodness.
Glue hairspray. She like purposely didn't sue Gorilla Glue because she's like, no, it's my own fault. I was dumb. For those of you
Now,
that don't
one of
know,
my
she ran out of
favorite
hairspray
ones,
and used adhesive.
One of my favorite ones was about a lad who was very pious, I guess, and wanted to pray before he ate. The thing is, he was eating fajitas, and he put his head on the plate and he burned his forehead, and he
Oh,
wanted
on
to
the
sue the
skillet.
restaurant for doing that. And I'm thinking, what idiot puts his head in his plate?
Well, if it's
What-
fajitas, I know at least at a lot of like chain restaurants, they come out in the skillet. so he would put his head to the cast iron.
Yes.
Right.
So what have you ever met someone who's about to eat? Okay, I'm gonna say grace before I eat my dinner. And so what they do is they put their forehead on their plate.
My mom has smacked her face into the table while laughing.
See, that's not the same.
So it could have just been a miscalculation of distance.
No, you're not.
Still not the restaurant's fault, but
no. But I mean, I know. I'm gonna say grace, and so what I'm gonna do is put my forehead on my plate. That's sizzling. You hear the sound of the sizzling meat, and they say, "Don't touch that. That's hot." Because they always say that. And then you decide to put your forehead. I don't care if you're eating gazpacho, which is a cold soup. You don't put your head on your plate because that's stupid.
Redlegs has very strong feelings about this.
Well, I heard about this, and I'm like, you were trying to get them to give you money, and they decided, no, you're an idiot, and we're not going to do that, and it was thrown out.
A lot of these cases are.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just imagine. Just so
now,
stupid.
I will defend the lady who sued McDonald's for
the hot coffee?
I will defend
Yeah.
her.
I will also.
defend that
I
lady.
used to not.
Because there's a lot more in that people don't know. Because it was superheated.
Yeah, coffee's supposed to be at maximum 200 degrees. Maximum.
They superheated it, and they knew they had paperwork that said that they were going to get, somebody's going to sue us, but it's worth it.
So,
and then
yeah.
it wasn't.
When I first heard about
asking
it,
for that much money. She
Yeah.
was not asking for that much money. She just wanted her bills paid. That's all she wanted. She wasn't asking for like a huge amount of money. She just wanted to help with paying the bills.
when I first heard about it, I'm like, it's coffee, it's gonna be hot. But then I found out it was like over 200 degrees, which is like the max coffee should be brewed at. Just for the sake of brewing coffee, you're gonna burn it otherwise.
Yeah, it was superheated. It was not just like regular coffee. It was superheated.
Yeah.
And so I will defend that lady.
That's something we didn't find out for decades
Years,
after
yeah.
it happened.
That,
Insane. The general populace didn't find out about it until.
right. But the idiot who put his face on a plate of fajitas, that's an idiot. I'm sorry.
That's an idiot. That's Darwin Award winning right there.
Yes.
Or at least nominated.
Yeah, as I said, his DNA should not be allowed into the general populace.
No.
It should stop
No,
right
I don't.
with him.
I don't want it anywhere near me.
No. Those genes should not get, anywhere.
It should
Wait,
go in the
do you
laundry.
want, speaking of genes, this is actually really cool. There is successful work of turning female DNA into and replacing it in a sperm so that two females can in fact have a biological baby of both of theirs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that work's being done right now. Yeah.
I believe that is possible. I don't believe two guys can do it.
I don't believe so, because I believe there's a lot more DNA that's needed for the egg, just for the actual genetic gastration period, but they might be able to figure it out. Because the sperm also has to have a certain chemical in it to break through the egg shell. But yeah, so they have that now, which is really cool. I don't believe it works for two guys at this point, but I think that's the next thing they're looking at. But yeah.
Could they do it in the future? Why
yeah,
not?
for sure.
I don't know why, but
Science is fascinating.
I would just like to say that is not me snoring, that is Rocky. He has fallen asleep behind the camera and been snoring for the last 5 minutes.
It's alright,
I
it's
figure-
not coming through.
I feel like if I could hear it, maybe you could hear it.
I will
I feel
say
like
your
Bob
ship
has
sank.
had to be so calm for the last about 10-15 minutes because she's just
Everyone
started falling asleep. If I move or make too much noise, it will all start over again.
Everybody is asleep right now. He's asleep. Maggie's in her little corner asleep. Lulu, as you can see, is right here.
I see that both Bones and Cat have lost their ships.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't like being a ghost. It got worse than usual because I'm wearing my natural colors, so I match my background. Actually, it's also probably bad because I put the blanket up here and this blanket up here. All that. I match it all.
Kadarjo, yes, that is exactly what humans have been like. And no, it is not always a good idea. This time it's okay, but a lot of times, no, we shouldn't do it out of spite.
No, I do like the
something.
idea of you just staying alive out of spite.
That's true.
If for no other reason, if you're at the end of your rope, mates, if you're at the end of your rope and you're feeling down in that real dark place, just make that pact between you and whatever, you know, you believe is out there or don't believe is out there. Just stay alive, if only just for spite.
I have told my children
Most of my progress is
that I plan to live long enough to be a burden on them.
I mean, my entire career path is not out of spite so much, but because my mom told me I couldn't do it, I went, yeah, watch me. So when I was younger, I was about 5 years old when CSI came out, and I watched one of the episodes that had insects involved for determining time of death, and I looked at my mom and said, because I was a 5-year-old that was allowed to watch CSI for some reason, and I looked at my mom and I said, I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life. She laughed at me and said, yeah, no, you're not. You hate bugs. And I said, watch me. And here I am 20 years later.
Let's talk about how that is the most inspirational moment of your entire life. And you need to write a letter to CSI.
But literally,
Also, does that
I was
mean you
5 years
peaked at
old.
5?
Apparently, everyone else was like, I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be a forensic entomologist. Which the best part is I couldn't say it when I was younger.
Forensic entomologist.
It was MP-mologist.
Empimologist.
MP-mologist, yes.
Empimologist.
I had issues with a lot of letters, and all my letters that I had issues with would turn into P's. I had a
They're so
dog
cute.
named Venus, and I couldn't pronounce V's.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
And she got out of the yard one day, and
Uh-huh.
I lived about like a block from my school, and she would walk with my mom in the morning to drop me off at school, so she knew where school was. And this dog could like climb fences, not jump, climb. So she would like get out, and she decided she wanted me to come home, so she came to my school one day and waited for me in the sandbox. And because my mom always brought her to like drop me off, the principal knew it was my dog, so I got called down to the office, and I went, oh, that's just Penis, I'll bring her home. And they lost it.
Oh my god.
And then, but they did. They watched me, because you could literally see my house from the school. They watched me walk home with my dog, put her in the backyard, like she was going to stay there, not like she could climb a 6-foot fence and just go wander around the neighborhood, which she would. But yeah.
And by the way, Yuki Dog Zombie, my kids, as much fun as I am as a father, and trust me, I'm the coolest. All of their friends
He's the
said
cool dad.
I was the cool dad, but they never said that. But all of their friends said, "What? Your family's your dad's really cool." And I was like, "No, he's not."
That's a dubious distinction, I suppose, right? Is when you're the child in that situation,
Oh yeah,
and you
just
have
embarrassing.
the
Just
cool
embarrassing.
dad. You don't think he's the cool dad. All your friends think he's the cool dad.
I liked my mom. My mom was the cool mom.
Now they think, you know, that was kind of cool. The things we would do, that was kind of, not that I was cool, but the things we did were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I will
Wait.
never be cool. Never.
If anyone
And
says
it
my
puts
dad is
your
cool, I
daughter
say, yeah, I
well.
know. That's what I do about my mom. A lot of people like my mom more than me, including some of my friends. My best friend, my mom went down to DC. My best friend lived in DC. And my mom texted her saying she was going down, or messaged her. And they went out to eat, like, multiple times.
Ah.
While you was
I'm
busy.
like, you're
right?
my friend.
Now,
Don't
see,
go
that's the
hang out
stuff
with
that-
my mom.
That's the stuff that my mom pulls. That's the stuff that my mom is like she'll come to visit and she'll be like, oh, I'm coming up from this day to this day. I'm like, oh, great. You know, when can we get together? And she's like, well, this night I'm going out with so-and-so, and this night I'm doing this,
Yep.
and this night I'm seeing so. And I'm just sitting here going, wait, I thought you were coming to visit your daughter.
Yep.
And she's like,
Well,
well, you can have me from this time to this time on this day. I
Yep.
was like, I work a job. I
The
can't do
best
it
is
like
when they, like, send pictures, like, look what I'm doing, as I'm sitting here
Yes.
struggling through class. Rude.
Yes.
So rude.
Rude.
Yeah.
Ah.
That
My mom's the mom with the snazzy fashion sense.
Ooh.
Kadarjo,
And
that's
the camera that keeps recording.
Kadarjo, that's what happens with my mom too. She works in truck sales, and like we went to the Dominican Republic. And she knew 4 people while we were there.
Ah,
My mom just knows someone. Every event my mom's ever gone to, like she came down to Hampton one year and she knew people. And I'm like, "Ma, how do you know people?" The best part
If
is my
my
mom's
mom's-
actually an introvert.
nice. If my mom doesn't know somebody, she will find out. She will make friends with them. She does not understand stranger danger. This is a concept that I'm trying to teach her. Is stranger danger. And she will see something. For example, she could see a necklace somebody has on, no clue where they are. She can see them across a store. She will march up to them and be like, "That necklace is glorious and fabulous and I love it. And where did you get it?" And next thing you know, they're exchanging phone numbers and having coffee next Saturday. And I'm sitting there going, what just happened?
Yep. My mom does
I've done
that. Or
that. I've done things like that.
She steals kids. That's the other thing my
Yeah.
mom does. She steals kids.
She collects them like trading cards, right?
Literally,
Yeah.
we will go to an event and I will not know any children there. Like, this has happened. This has happened at Village Fair. The captain has witnessed this. And my mother came by with a 2-year-old. And I'm like, "Ma, where did you get a kid?" She's like, "Oh, the mom needed a break, so I just took her." I'm like, How do you not?
That's a wee bit of normaling. That's a wee bit of normaling that way.
A totally different kind of normaling,
A
indeed.
different kind,
bring
but
it
it's a
back
bit of
around
normaling.
again.
She acquires kids. I don't know how, but she acquires kids. She always has, ever since I was little. I always thought she just wanted more kids. I'm like, one of these days I'm just going to end up with a new sister, and I'm not going to know why. She always gives them back. Let me explain that. She always
Is
gives
she
them
by
back.
any chance related to the Pied Piper?
At this point, yes, I'm pretty sure, because
Okay.
she collects children and she collects stray animals. She's found 12 cats in the last year.
Oh, wow.
She's found them homes. They don't live in our house, but
Oh, but
Oh,
my
hey.
mom, my
Apparently
mom is the
not.
mom that starts the dance party. She's the dance party person. Like, we went to a restaurant where they had live music. And after we ate, she starts dancing to a song that they were playing in the middle of this tiny little restaurant. And 2 minutes later, there's 4 empty tables because everyone but me is dancing with her.
That's right. I remember that night. You sent me video footage evidence of that.
Yes. And I was like, I left. We were in New York City, and I left. I went back to the hotel and left her there with her group of new friends.
yeah.
Because I was like, it's midnight.
I want to go to sleep.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm tired. And she was like, well, I can go. I said, you're having fun. Just stay. She came in around 2:00. I'm in bed with like a face mask on. She's like, are you awake? I was like,
Now I am.
I am now. I feel like
This has been a very enlightening
trouble.
visit for me. Learning
You know,
about
I
all
agree.
these actual women pirates. So I just want to thank you, lasses, for teaching me something that I promise that I will soon forget
Yes. I was,
Oh, good.
completely.
well, you know,
and
I'm glad to
accuse.
put anything in your
Yeah,
brain. for
nothing.
just a
No, oh
split
no,
second.
nothing stays
Yeah,
there.
I'm glad that it made it in, and maybe, you know,
Right. I've got a mind like a steel sieve.
that you do, mate. That you do.
We love you for it.
Like,
All right.
Reasons-
As we wrap up, before we wrap up, and if we can go over, I'd love to go over to Rock and Doc, who's playing music again tonight. We love partying with Rock and Doc.
this.
Just to remind you, because I caught an eyeball of it while we've been streaming, I am this week's pirate joke of the day over on the Book of Face. So if you want to see a real bad joke, just head on over to our Book of Face, Pirates Fortune's Folly, and check out today's joke of the day. Wednesday we will have Doc story time. We are back in the swing of things. It seems like this week we have the
Everything.
Little Golden Book version of Treasure Island. Now, if you're as curious as I am how you're going to fit Treasure Island into a Golden Book, tune in for that one, because as an adult, I'm ready.
Aye.
Also, Yuki thinks you're funny, Redlegs.
Oh, no.
just to pump
But
up
looks
your
aren't
ego a bit
everything.
there. Yeah.
Don't pump it up too big. You won't be able to get out of
we
the
got-
room.
We've got the joke tonight and the story time on Wednesday, and then on Friday you'll see folks back here, hopefully for gaming on the deck. That's what we do on Friday nights. Come and play games. Hopefully, yours truly has to be away. But Saturday night, Coral's gonna do a thing. We're gonna figure out what that is and then tell you about it. So again, on the Book of Face if you want details. But come back here Saturday night because whatever she's doing is obviously going to be wildly entertaining. So there's that. So that's what the rest of this week looks like. And you can always find us here on Monday nights for Sunset Rummin. That's it for us tonight. It be 8 o'clock. Cheers, mates. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. As soon as I can press the button now.
Yeah.
I love that I've got a fan.